Pace yourself for becoming. And then the preparation is done. To become something, and on the whole, when you know that it is your ego and superego which are loading you up, you have to scan them out with vibratory awareness. Now there are two types of attention we have to pay. First is a constant attention. That is a routine of a Sahajogi. And the second one is the emergency attention. I've been saying that all the Sahajogis must start writing their diaries. One, with everyday's experiences. If you know that you have to write a diary, you'll keep your mind alert. And another one, whenever you get any special idea of the past or of the future, also to jot it down. So like that you should have two diaries. For your constant attention, you have to fix up your mind on certain pegs. The first one, as I said, that if you keep a diary, then you will know that you have to remember what important things have happened. So your attention will be alert and you will be looking out for such points where, what is the thing you see. And you'll be amazed if you make your attention alert, what new things come to you, very brilliant ideas. And the miracles of life and the miracles of God's beauty and His auspiciousness, His greatness, His kindness, His blessings, how they work out if you start writing every day, even 2 lines about it. It will make your mind constantly involved with it. That's the human style of doing things. Also you can mention in the diary what happened, could you do your meditation, did you get your time for meditation or not. A little bit as if you are appearing for some sort of an examination or something, you prepare a little note like that. Did I get up in the morning? Did I? Then, any special thought or any special movement in the center or left or right also should be mentioned, so that you keep a watch on your mind. It's a very good thing to maintain a diary. Also you will see progressively how your ideas are changing, how new priorities are settling down, how you give more importance to real things and very little to unreal things. I think this is a very, very practical side of human beings, that one should have a diary. Same diaries after some times will become historical things, and people would like to see what you all have written. Not to be hypocritical about it or deceptive about it, but quite truthful and understanding. You should jot down a few lines just before sleeping. Now we have to see that we have problems for superego and ego. Now superego is the left side, is darkness, tamoguna, and our past. Those who have left side problems should think of the future, gives them balance. if they think of the future. For example, a person who is lethargic should take to working. Put your mind into working for the future planning, what to do, where to go, how to do. That will keep you away from drag of the left side. And gradually then you can balance yourself also. Now the right side of a person, when it is activated very much, he has to balance it. Not with the left side, but with the center. That is, a person who is very hard-working must develop a witness state. You try to do a work, any work, indulge into work in thoughtless awareness as a witness. Whatever work you are doing, you just say that I am not doing it. This you can do it after realization. Become thoughtlessly aware and start doing your work. So the compensation of the left side is done by movement to the right, and of the right side, movement in the center. Left side is the tamoguna, right side is the rajoguna, and the center is the sattva-guna. But still these are three gunas. That's not the state which we have to achieve. About this I'll tell you tomorrow more, how to go further with it. After scanning out which side is weak, you should plan out your style of life. For example, if you are extremely lethargic, you cannot get up in the morning, you feel very sleepy in the night, you do not feel alerted, then start planning as to what will you do, how will you get up. Even puja is a good idea, home is a good idea. Do something like that. You see, so that you have to do something, what you call the kriya, is the action. Get into the action. Some sort of action you go into in Sahaja Yoga as well as in your daily life. You will be able to change that mood and come to the right side. And then you go to the your movement should be towards the Sattva Guna, is to watch everything. Now at the Sattva Guna point, where you are in the center, you have to see how much you are misidentified. Say, supposing you are at the first stage of left side, then you will just do daydreaming. Oh, this person is so much identified, that one is so much identified, as if you are the best. It's of human nature, you see. Oh, that person is like that, he is like that, this is very bad in the society, that is going bad in the society. It's better, then we can also go to this limit is to that guru is very bad and that one is another madcap. Like that, this is all daydreaming going on. How far it is affecting you, how far you are improving by that is not. It's just, you see, thinking, analyzing. It's a lazy stuff. Sitting down and just analyzing. It's a lazy stuff. The second thing could be, when you come to the second side of it is the kriya. Then what happens when you start doing it? Then at least your attention is on what you are doing. It's not allowed to drift into something and which goes into any nonsense and then you don't know from where the funny thoughts are coming. So you start doing something. You can go and plant some trees, or you can go and plant some flowers, or if you want you can do some cooking, you can do some work. Take to work. That will help you. Any work. But while doing the work, the problem will be you will develop ego. That's why when you are developing the ego, you have to tell yourself, you are not doing, mister. This you are not doing. This is not doing. You are not doing. If you go on suggesting to yourself, Mr. Ego will not come up. And then many things, you see, which normally trouble you and trouble others, like you have cleaned the room. All right? Then somebody comes and spoils it. You get angry with that person. Naturally, because you think you have done. First of all, you don't clean the room. If you clean the room, then you be prepared. It will be dirty. Otherwise, why should you clean? Now, if it is dirty, well and good. If it is not dirty, well and good. This type of a attitude you should take to jump onto Sattva Guna. On Sattva Guna, you start accepting it. You become extremely mild. You become a mild personality. Then at that time you do not discuss as to, oh, I don't like it, this was wrong, this should not have been. All these things do not come to you in Sattva Guna. You start seeing it. That time you see that, all right, doesn't matter, this turn is done. On the contrary, you feel hurt if you are a Sattva Guni, that by any suggestion you have suggested your ego. Can you get that point? You feel ashamed of your ego, I mean to say, if you are a Sattva Guni. For example, even to say that this is my car, you will feel shy. That's a Sattva Guni style. Or even to say, why did you spoil my carpet? I mean, in India, nobody will say. I can tell you this. It's regarded bad manners, absolute bad manners. If anybody comes to your house and the carpet is spoiled, they say, let it be, doesn't matter. Even it is burnt, I don't know, let it be. Are you burnt? They'll never say that you have burnt my carpet or done anything to my... is regarded bad manners. Like here, you see, somebody is sleeping. Somebody makes the noise. The person who is sleeping will never say that you are making noise. He'll just get up and ask, do you need anything? That's difficult for people here to understand, because ego is just sitting on there. But these bad manners, there, you will find when you will go to India, you will find this. These are bad manners. To say that, or to say, oh, I feel very comfortable. I mean, to say, I feel comfortable is bad manners. I mean, they never say, I like it. So what? All these words are not to be said. If you are in Sattva Guni, then you just don't say. You say, do you like it? Is it comfortable? Would like to have this. The whole attention goes from your side. Do you understand that? That is the style one has to develop. Then you are a Sattva Guni. Otherwise you are still on ego trip. You see, whatever you may say, I don't like that, I. Who are you? First of all, ask the question, who are you? If God says, I don't like you, I can understand the reasons. But for you to say, I don't like it, after all, how did you come on this earth? How did you get a human birth? How did you get all these things? Now think like that. Who am I? I am nothing. Anybody who thinks I am something, he should know that he is nothing. Makes no difference to God, whether he exists or does not exist, you see. He is nothing. He is just a drop. So, this point, if you understand, that even if you do something, any work you do, or anything you are doing, you are just doing it because you want to do it. That is how you come onto Sattva Guna. But normally it doesn't happen. It happens the other way around. For example, a person is, say, doing something. By any chance, he feels hurt, or he thinks that whatever he has done is no good, people don't appreciate. Or maybe he might think that, oh, it's not up to the point, or whatever it is. Then the reaction for him is not that he does not try to rise to Sattva Guna, but he goes back to Tamo Guna. He says, all right, I'll not do it. I'll sleep over it. Let them do it. Why should I do it? So the training that you have to have through your Rajoguna goes a waste. It's just a training period that you are with Rajoguna. You are doing something. Now in the training period you have to learn only how to come in the center. For example, now water is required for you to swim. If there is no water you cannot swim. Alright? In the same way, Rajoguna is required for you to come to Sattva. If you do not do any work, you cannot come to Sattva. So you are just working just to train yourself to be a witness. Now do you follow that point? You are not doing it because you like particular thing, you are used to particular thing, because you want to be this. This is not the way it is. You are just doing it to learn how to be patient, to practice your patience, to see how much patient you are. Once you start doing it, you will be amazed that you will never feel the burden of the work. But it never happens. Most of the people, if they find their work is not effective, they'll go back to Tamoguna. There are many attitudes. Say somebody is working, then he thinks, why should I do all the work? Others are not doing. He'll go back to their stage. But those who are not working will not think that this person is working, let me also work. It's other way around, you see. This can be an attitude of some people, that if this person is working, let him work. This is even a meaner stuff. Avoid, just. You go to a restaurant and somebody takes out the purse, others start looking this side. It's very mean. It's a very mean thing. Everybody should come forward. And once you have paid it, finished. Then you just don't start counting, why did I pay? Once you try. Or any work has to be done. Go forward with it. Do it with your heart. Don't worry if others have not done it. Just do it for its pleasure. And the pleasure only you will get when you will do it with the understanding that it's a training period. You are better trained than the other one is. You are at a higher class than the other one is. So we have to be at a higher class. For that, this is just a training on. And that's how we can really put our preparation into practice, into all details, to see how we work out our ego and superego. Today in the morning I have told you that your intellect must imbibe this within itself. Alright? And now I am telling you that your action that you do must be every time branded by you as just your training. Any action you do. Supposing you have to drive for miles together. You're trying your patience. You see, they'll do in everything. Say they have to go for, say, helicopter, or say if they have to drop from the, what do you call them, they drop down? Huh? Parachuters. Or helicopter you take away, or whatever it is. You go on doing it again and again. Isn't it? You practice it again and again. You drop many times. You break your legs, you break your hands, you do this and do that. Till you become a master. You understand my point? Driving same way. Till you become a master, you go on. In the same way, you are doing this work just to master your patience. And then your love is your love. How much you love really. If you really love someone, you are never tired of working. You are never upset with work. But if you don't love, you start counting how much money, how much work, how many hours, how much to be paid. All artificiality comes because there is no love involved in your work. Whatever you don't want to do, you don't do it. To begin with. To begin with, you just don't do what you don't like. To begin with. But once you have mastered that, then you have to master it, that you do something that you don't like. like meeting some bhuti, for example. You don't want to meet. You want to run away. But you go little nearer it, you see. Then develop a immunity for these bhutis. After some time you will not catch them. You have to develop the immunity, isn't it? Otherwise one person comes here and everybody's head goes out. Instead of the fellow improving, you all go out. So all these things all these events are for your training, your immunity. Your immunity is to be trained. And when it is so, when we are training ourselves, we should take it as a job. But the attitude should be extremely positive. Extremely positive. And all that should be expressed in your notebook. Whether you got dejected or you got upset and disgusted, you want to run away from it, all sorts of things. It's just a training to your mind. Whatever is the situation, wherever one has to live, whatever one has to do, we should do. Whatever may be the circumstances, conditions, you will be amazed. You will not even know what you have eaten in the morning, what you have eaten in the evening. Whether you have eaten or not, you will not know. You will not fuss about it. You will not worry about it. You will not think about it. But this being, the aim is to reach to Sattva Guna. Every other thing becomes zero. The greatest hurdle comes to Sahajogis, I have seen, when they start organizing. They start organizing something. Now somebody wants something, so they'll run up to get the thing for that person. Now just now I've said that you must look after the needs of others. But if I'm sitting here and there's a lecture on, then you better be just listening to me. You see, this also is that how to have your priorities at this time when something working on you. This is the first thing you have to do. Not that at this time you go and cook. You have known the story of two sisters attending on Christ. Alright? So at this time, what is your first job is to try to be more exposed to me, so that automatically you go into your Sattva Guna. This is the best. But if I am not there, and when you are alone, or when we are with other Sahajogis, you must now compete in rising higher and higher, from Tamo Guna to Rajo Guna, and from Rajo Guna to Sattva Guna. But actually by realization, you have gone beyond these three gunas. You have gone beyond it. Actually that is what has happened. But like clouds, they cover you again and again. And when the sky is covered with those clouds, you cannot see the sun, you cannot see the moon, you cannot see the stars. So we have to know how these clouds are coming into us. And that's how we go into our complete analysis. How these clouds are coming to us. We find out about our different chakras. What are the chakras we are catching? Here comes the another constant attention towards our chakras. Are our vibrations all right or not? Are we getting our vibrations? If not, what chakra am I catching? What must be the catch? I must raise my Kundalini, see for myself, where is the catch? Do I do my meditation or not? If I do it, am I doing it just dozingly or am I really in it? Am I really feeling it or not? Am I alert or not? All this is to be assiduously, sincerely absolutely truthfully should be worked out. Because it is a process between yourself. Atmanne Atmana Tutta. See, it's a very funny, it is so funny relationship that it is the Atma is satisfied with Atma. You have to be satisfied with yourself. There is nobody, Mataji is not concerned, nobody is concerned. It is you are concerned with yourself. For example, you ask somebody says, I am like this mother. Now think that you are mother, one personality. Another is, say, Mr. Don or Kingsley or someone X. You are two personalities. So when you are telling yourself, means that is Mataji, that I am not all right, then Mataji must come up and say, what do you mean by this? Why should you say like that? What's wrong? When you say that to yourself, which is outside, then the attention starts moving towards yourself, which is Mataji. And you start becoming that. When you start seeing through your Atma. So your Atma is to be satisfied by your Atma. There is nothing in between. It is you only in this dual personality has to satisfy yourself. One is in ignorance, one is in knowledge. Now try to identify yourself with that Mataji call it or any XYZ, whatever you call it, Atma. Just for just a drama sake. You just think that you are the self, spirit. So how will you address yourself? That's it. Supposing you have to sit in my seat. Let's take it like that, position. And then you are sitting in front of me also. Alright? So you are sitting here and sitting there. Take a position like that. Now you put up yourself in a drama. And you start addressing yourself. So Bala, how are you? So Bala says, better. So, if you are identified now with Mataji, gradually Bala will diminish. Alright? But if you are still identified with Bala, he will grow and this will diminish. You have to try to address yourself as if you are Mataji. It's a drama. You sit before the mirror. In the mirror you see this outside of yours. And here you are sitting, whatever you are, Mr. Don, for example. Now Mr. Don is addressing the other Don there. And let him take up a role that I am the spirit. He'll say, I am the spirit and I am eternal. I am this. Nobody can destroy me. I am above everything. That thing will go down. I am a realized soul. I know what spirit is. What are you talking? That will go down. This is how you start moving. But is only possible that first you become a Sattva-guni. If you are not a Sattva-guni with ego, I am this, then you become a guru and start minting money. First the ego is to be brought down. If there is still ego, then without becoming Atma you can become an ego. So first this journey should be brought in to the center of Sattva-guna. That is why I say that when you are talking or doing anything, you must know that it is your spirit which is doing it. That's how you put your spirit in charge, or say at the pedestal. First stage. Then when the spirit is there, then from this stage to that stage, then you say that now I am the spirit. For example, if you have a prime minister and a deputy minister and a minister, three persons, alright? Now, if the Prime Minister is yourself, and the Minister has to become the Prime Minister, so he has to first become Deputy Minister. After becoming Deputy Minister, he has to become Prime Minister. But Deputy Prime Minister and then the Prime Minister. But supposing this fellow starts to jump over this will come up and hit him. And he'll say, I am the one. And this one is EGO. You understand my point? So you cannot surpass it. You have to merge this into this and then this into this. The movement has to be like that. But if you try to just become this, actually you will become this, not this. Because you cannot become this. You understand my point? So even when doing this exercise of sitting before a mirror and telling yourself that you are the spirit, you are the part of Virat, that you are the ocean, because your drop has fallen into the ocean. Then you must know that your drop has fallen into the ocean. That's why you become an ocean. If that stage is missing, then you are saying that you are an ocean is absolutely bombastic. And that is why one has to be very steady and careful. Absolutely steady as far as dealing with oneself. Because you know how this intelligence can cheat you. So be very, very careful. And when you are dealing with you must know that you have to first overcome this ego. The best thing to overcome ego is to change your language style. Is to speak in the third person. It's a very good way. Like you must say when you are talking about yourself, this Mataji won't listen to you. This Mataji won't do this. You see, so what happens? This Mataji means the ego part of it. See? Once you start separating this Mataji away from yourself, then that ego Mataji disappears. You understand? Like you can say, this Bala is like that. He won't listen. So whatever real Bala is left in you is all right. That's how you get rid of your ego. And by understanding your centers, what you are catching, where you are catching, how you are catching, it would be very easy for you to get rid of your problem. Now see what Sahaja Yogis do. Supposing there are 5 Sahaja Yogis sitting. I mean, you know that I know about everyone, everything. I don't have to ask. Where is catching? Now why do I ask? I show complete ignorance. It's perhaps I never catch also, to be very frank. But if I want to know where I am catching, I can find out. But I don't want to. So what I say, alright Chaya, tell me where is he catching. At this time, one attitude could be that I must tell, otherwise Mataji won't know. This is very funny. The second one could be that I know where she's catching. And I must tell. And Mataji also knows. But she wants to test me. So I should be careful. At this point, people make mistakes. If I ask them, where is it catching? I'm catching on left heart, but maybe mine. Finish that. You get less marks. You get less marks. You tell me, whatever you think. Because at least you are honest. Whatever you think. Supposing the fellow is not catching heart, but you are feeling the heart, you say heart. That being honest. Then I will tell you who is catching the heart. But if you are perhaps yes, Mataji, no, Mataji, then you get less marks. It's not a very good answer. I'm not all right, I don't know. That's not a good answer. You have to tell who is catching it. Then you pay more attention that you have to pass this test. This is just testing. Why? Because tomorrow you have to give realization. You have to become the Guru. You have to know all this. So this is all training period. I am just training you by asking you, tell me. But I have seen people even get ego with this. It's surprisingly sometimes. That also gives ego to people. That I say, all right, you tell me where am I, where is it? I told correctly. It is just a very razor's edge, I guess, where one has to see clearly. So be a simple person like children are. They just come. This one, that one, finished. Then they'll go and sit down. I'm tired, I'm sitting now. They are not bothered that they should, they must say something or something show off, nothing. Whatever they see, they say. But only grown-ups will say that maybe I am catching, maybe it is his, I don't know. That's all this is done by grown-up people. Because still the sensitivity is all right, but they are not sure of themselves. Children are very sure, they are cocksure of everything. You ask them anything, they'll tell you, yes, this is this, this is this. But you ask anyone, what is the color of this thing? It's maybe green, maybe red. Like, we had one old gentleman, not very old, as old as myself, but he was to come to my house. And he telephoned to me. I said, I want to come to your house. So how should I come? I said, this place offstage, you can come there, but if you don't get a taxi, then it's very difficult, better come to Hearst Green. He said, where? I said, Hearst Green. So he said, Hearst Blue. How is he saying blue to green? I don't know. I said, no, it is Hearst Green. He said, what did you say? I said, Hearst Green. So he couldn't understand. What is the second one? I said, what is the color of the leaves? He said, blue. So I gave it to Gregor. I said, now listen to him. What is he saying? That the color of the leaves is blue. So Gregor lifted the phone. He said, yeah, all right, you come to Hearst Blue. So he said, now at least, I said, what are you telling? I said, at least now he won't come back. That botheration is gone. Such a confused personality just between blue and green. If you are fighting, that's what it is. The attention distance. So try to see that if you are confused, there's confusion, clear it out by clearing out your chakra. Now every chakra, let's have a little testing about it. Alright? Let's see. One by one. So who are going to answer the questions? Let's see. Simple questions. Not mastermind. Very simple questions. Now say Hamsa chakra is catching. What should we do? We'll answer the question. Hamsa chakra is catching. What should we do? Let's see one by one. No, that's the name of the chakra.
Someone said to me once that just like birds, you say Hamsa.
No. You see, this is Hamsa chakra. So you have to say that Tvameva Sakshat Hamsa chakra Swamini Sakshat Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. See, open up. Now say it, all of you, because just now catching. Now put your finger like that. And now say it.
Shri Hamsa Chakra Swamini Sakshat Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala
Say it again. Say it thrice. Always.
Shri Hamsa Chakra Swamini Sakshat Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah.
Now say.
Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Hamsa Chakra Swamini Sakshat Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala.
In that this finger, not second.
Namo Namah.
See, better? Now, what happens in this center? That both the nadis, Ha and Tha, Ida and Pingala, they come and meet and they cross over. So, from the right nadi, right side, this one, the left nadi flows. And from the right side, the one which comes from the right side, flows into left side. These two centers meet here. I mean, two nadis meet here, actually. Below the Agya. It's below the Agya at Hamsa. You see? And the problems come to you either from the right or from the left. Most of you catch on Hamsa here because of cold or whatever it is. Now, I've told you many things by which you control your cold. But if it is due to the left side catching is there. Then, for left side Hamsa, what should you do? Tell me.
Keep your eyes on the ground. Keep your eyes on the ground.
What's it?
Keep your eyes on the ground, on the green.
That's one of them. But another thing, I mean, as far as mantra is concerned, what mantra will you say? Pani jala dena. Huh? No, that's much higher. That's even about the Agya. Correct. But you can say Ida Nadi. Now see, just now I told you that it is the Ida Nadi which comes from the left and goes to the right. So you have to say Mahakali or Ida Nadi. Ida Nadi Swamini. Now say it. Just now you are catching on the left.
Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nadi Swamini Sakshat Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah.
Okay.
Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nadi Swamini Sakshat Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah.
Okay.
Om Tameva Sakshat Shri Nadi Swamini Sakshat Shri Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah.
Now, there is another thing. That supposing your right side is catching or you have a liver problem, then what should we use? Light, sun's rays or water?
What's up?
See, right side is heat, is Surya Nadi. So you have problem of Surya Nadi, right side. So to neutralize it, you have to use something else. So you, then that time what you have to say is to, you can say, you can take the name of Chandra. You will cool down. If there is heat on the right hand side, you should take the name of Chandra. If it is the left side catching, then you have to take the name of Surya. For example, you are possessed then go and sit in the sun. All the bhuts will run away. They run away from sun. But supposing you are an egoistical person, then go and sit in the moonlight. I mean, you'll be little lunatic. It comes from the word luna, you see. But if you are a crying type and all the time over romantic, better not look at the moon and better see the sun. See the compensations. This is absolutely understanding that many people, if they have liver, they're putting this. What can the fire do now? There's already fire here. Adding fire to the fire again. See? But also, what one can do is to take out this fire and give it to this one. Now how do you do that?
Lemon. Lemon?
No. Two fires. Supposing I want to treat my liver with fire, how do I do?
To match your finger.
Huh?
You put your finger actually to the flame so that it burns off. Take the match the week.
That's correct, but there is some science about it. Think it over. Take it over. You see, you have to take out your heat and give it to this heat. How do you do it? Think it over. I'll tell you simple thing. This left hand is minus, this is plus, you can take like that, alright? So whatever you do with left hand, you suck in. Whatever you do with right hand, say, for example, you give out. Alright? So now, if you want to now give out, what you do is to put left hand on your ear and right hand out. So this is cooling it here, actually, and the heat is going there. But if you do the other way round, you are sucking heat. But for the left hand side, you do it like that. Just electron. Alright, good? Now if you burn here, is a good idea. Very good idea for left navi. So the left navi gets heated up. This side needs heat, this side needs cool. This is the basics. If something wrong with this side, you have to give it the cool. If something wrong this side, you have to give it the heat. Some people get too much cool vibrations. They perspire and cool means left is finished. Now what should they do as far as fire is concerned? Let's see. Yes, that's right hand on the heart, left hand. If anybody perspires, it means his heart is weak. So put right hand here and left hand on the heart. The heat comes in. Are you following the electronics? Now the electrical.
Yes, I am.
So the basics, if you know that the left side is the cool side, the right side is the hot side. And about the hand, this is the minus side, this is the plus side. Even you can do like this and you are balanced yourself. That's why in India we do. Especially if you see a great Bhutish, then you do like this. Fully. You see? So, these two sides are, one is a hot side, one is a cool side. While the Sattva Guna is the meeting point, is lukewarm. The Sattva Guna gives you the temperature that you want. Alright? These two give you either very cold or very hot. So we come back to now sinus again. It is which side problem? Correct. Left side. Because there are three things now in our body. One is, what do you say to that? Palga. Another is the bile. And the third one is the gas or vibe. Alright? So the left side is the cough. All these colds and things are due to left side. And the right side is the bile. The fat is created from bulgum, which doctors do not know. Do you know that? When fat is heated up by the right hand side, then it dissolves. And the gas movement is in the center. When these 5 types of gases which are within us, when they all combine together and get enlightened by the spirit, you get the cool breeze coming out. So the center part is the prana. When it gets absolutely heated up, then diseases like tuberculosis, all these things can come. And when it gets heated up on the right hand side, on the left hand side you get tuberculosis and all these diseases due to too much heat. When it gets heated too much, then it comes to the right hand side and you get diseases like liver and all these heating diseases on the right hand side. So though the left hand side is cold, if it is heated up, then also diseases are caused. Now we have to go into detail sometimes to find out what basically are our diseases within our body. We should know what is our disease. Sometimes even if you have ordinary cold, is a disease according to surgery. You should be a normal person. Supposing you are suffering from, say, the terrible disease, the greatest nuisance, and the blessing of London and England put together is cold. Call it hay fever, day fever or anything. So it is due to what? It is due to basically within us less resistance, no immunity. Less resistance comes to us because of lack of calcium within us. Those people who have taken proper care in childhood, taken vitamin A and D, and good massage, say with cod liver oil or olive oil and things like that, and proper sunning of the body is done, such people suffer less from cold. Especially the Vishuddhi Chakra problem it is. Now those people who have not been careful about their Vishuddhi Chakra get the disease settled within themselves. But when this disease is settled, what happens actually? What is the reason, as we said, that it is the left-hand side problem? Cold is a left-hand side problem. That means cold has something to do with your emotional side. That means there's something also wrong emotionally with you. So it indicates that you have some emotional problem. According to Sahaja Yoga, to overcome cold, one should see into this emotional life of oneself. What are you doing about your emotions? For example, as soon as you're affected by emotions, you will start crying or sneezing. This is a fact. If these are girls, they will start crying. If they are men, they will start coughing or sneezing. They will cough for nothing at all. See? They will do that. Isn't it a fact? Unnecessarily they will be doing like this. It's an emotional thing. To attract the attention maybe, or whatever it is, to say that they are how pitiable they are. You see, is a thing by which we show our pitiable condition. See, is a thing we reduce ourselves to a position by which we try to, excite the pity in other person. So, this cold is due to our emotional problem. Now, so we should see what is our emotional problem. We should find out how much Romeos we are. And how much delight of life we miss by that. Once you start understanding that you are your own Romeo and you are your own Juliet, most of you will get rid of your colds. Take it from me. It is some sort of an emotional problem. Could be with your father. A person who is very attached to his father. Attached is the word best is. It's also attached to cold. Attached to mother is even worse. If somebody is very attached to a mother, then all reasoning fails, and then mother misbehaves or does something, and the child feels very hurt. The child cries, he gets the cold. Any such attachment which makes you foolish should be given up to get rid of your cold, I mean to say. Whatever makes you stupid, foolish, or hankering after someone creates troubles like cold. Romeos especially. Then very beloved children, beloved fathers, beloved mothers, you see. The ones for them, their daughter is important. Their son is important. Some people just don't love their children, and if some love, they'll dump them onto everybody else. So these two types of it, you must know that you are just a trustee of your children, and as far as your Romeo-ness is concerned, you are just to see drama of your Romeo, that's all. Then this detachment will take place. And a simple disease like cold, which looks so horrible, incurable, can be cured. As long as you people have cold, without having any romantic feelings myself, I also get it. So I request you to rise above these things and become more sensible, and your attitude should be of enhancing mutual understanding, mutual love, and not romantic feelings. But worse than that is dry feelings. On the right hand side you move. Then if you have a dry throat, you cannot even speak. Suddenly you find finished. You just can't speak because you're dried. So the other side is where some people try some psychological tricks with their wives or husbands, like will not speak. This I'm telling you just an emotional side of life. I'll not talk to her. I'll not speak. I'll behave like this. Dryness. That also is the delight. The one is overdoing of it, and one is not doing of it. You see, either you will take sugar, which is 1 ton in 1 glass, or you will not take sugar at all. You must take 1 spoon of sugar. Not more, not less. You see, to have the optimum delight of tea. In the same way, in life also, you should not take too much of something and too little of another. Now somebody who is married now, for that person, Indian women especially, husband becomes last one. Then everything else is zero. And such women are useless. Or men that I have seen here, they are just mad on their women. For them also life is useless. So take a balanced attitude of the whole thing is that it is in you is the person who is loving your wife, who is also within you. You are your wife, you are your husband. Now the wife who is your wife outside, if she just does not tally with the wife that you have within your mind, that should not upset you, because that wife is always with you. Once this understanding develops, you see your partnership. By the way, I found your letter. The partnership of husband and wife could be absolutely perfect. Now with the children, as I said, hello, by what train did you come?
The late one.
The real late one this one was. What about your food?
Lord had some.
Really? Where?
In Winchester.
Though, you were telling something else. Where? I mean, if you are telling the truth, you'll tell the same thing.
Some chicken from the fish and chip shop.
All right. There is some food if you want. Please have. Go. Have something. It's very late. Let them have some. Come along. Let them have. You know? Who knows? That's so better get here. Good idea. Please let them have. Very nice that you could come. We were just missing you all. Yeah. Very good. Very cold and nice. Let me see. Go and have your food, both of you. Mark is very good. May God bless. So you go and have your food. Go and then come back. Now why I'm making it so light for you to understand? That marriage is not a serious problem. As long as you have your ideal with yourself and you don't try to impose that on your wife, or the wife does not try to impose that on your husband. Let the wife be a wife and husband be a husband. But the wife should not become the husband and the husband should not become the wife. If that happens, then I don't know how to correct it, because that's something absurd. But that happens. Now on that, the main thing one has to know is that you are married to have children, not to be Romeo and Juliet anymore. You better have your children. And then the children that will be born to Sahajogis are going to be realized soul. Tremendous source of energy. That's why you are married. That's why you are going to have children. Then look after your children with respect, regard. Don't spoil them. And developing that love of Sahajoga. Now this we started with our Hamsa Chakra. Now see, the Hamsa Chakra is the left and the right. The left is the woman, the right is the man. They meet at Hamsa. So this is the wedding place of your left and right. If there is no balance between the two, there is a problem. They have to be equal, but they are not similar. Left is left, right is right. So the right must be on the right hand side, left must be on the left hand side, and here when they come, they marry. And this is the point one must know, that whatever is the function of a wife is, she should do that first. Whatever is the function of the husband is, he should do that first. And then the secondary functions of life can be shared and understood. But it's not possible that the wife goes to work and husband starts producing children. He cannot do it. And the other way around. So whatever is the work is so important. To be a mother, I think, is the most important. Today, if you didn't have a mother, which father would have done this work, you tell me? Which one? Can you think of anyone? They may be father in heaven, but father on this earth, working with all Sahajogis, let me see which one is there. Any one of these fathers, you call them, nicely to sit down on heaven and watch the whole stuff. But who is going to do the work? Working with the children and washing all the napkins and things is done by mother. She does this with love. and attention and with care. And she is the one who knows how to grow her children. It's the job of a mother. So mother's job mother can do. Father can sit in the heaven very nice. All thanks goes to the father. While the mother is doing a thankless job here. All right, doesn't matter. It is so. So should be accepted, whatever may be the situation, whatever may be the position. Now at Hamsa Chakra, this understanding must come that you must balance both the nadi, the left and the right. Now to balance the left and the right, the best way is to do some breathing. Is to take the air through one nostril and keep it waiting here for a while and then allow it to go out from the other. Then you breathe in with this one, allow it to stay here for a while and then allow it to go down. But it is to be done very slowly, not in a hurry, not too much, only thrice. Best thing, as I have told you, is neti. If not that, another thing I have seen, that those inhalers, that you get, are very good. The neti thing that I have given you, if you fill the water below the spout and fill it, put it some 2-3 drops of one of the things that you get for inhaling and put that neti thing in one nose only. And with another nose you breathe in, this goes up. Then you come, bring it here, it goes up and clears it. It's a very good thing. If you do it every night before sleeping, in 3-4 days you'll be absolutely cleared up. But the main thing is, it comes because of imbalances in our temperaments. Like a man is a man, woman is a woman. So the woman starts dominating the man. Or a man starts dominating the woman. The balance is broken. Once you understand a woman is very important. Without a woman you could not have been here. Alright? Without a woman you cannot be there. Man is very important. That woman has no meaning without a man. See, Shakti has no meaning without God. Now, for whom is she working? For whom is she doing all this? For God to be pleased. If there is nobody to see the job, why should she do? So both have great meaning. And if you understand that both beings within us are balanced, understood, respected in their proper ways, and shared and coordinated, the personalities in proper understanding, respect and love, your Hamsa will be all right. You will feel better. So you have to correct your ideas about marriage, about women, about men, about yourself. That's very important because it is a very big emotional thing. And as the left side is weak, all people who have left side weak get cold and all the things that has to do with your, they call it balgam, is it? What's it called? Phlegm. 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 It has to do with your phlegm. So, emotional side is to be properly nourished and looked after. And one has to know that your dignity is the most important. Anything indignified is not love. Love is very dignified. And if you keep your dignity, you'll be amazed how you'll be able to solve certain problems. Now, again I'll ask you a question. Now, how many answered the question? Most of them you answered very well. Now, one more question I will ask. Very simple, not so difficult. That what is the difference between a Badha and a Bhut? How will you make? A hindrance and a Bhut.
Bhut will move around. Bhut will move around.
And Bada?
It's just describing it's a block.
No, it's correct. You said it's correct, but it's not absolutely precise. It is like this, I tell you. It's correct. I mean, what he says is the correct answer, but it's not so precise. Bada will also move. I'll tell you how. Bada is always on the centers or on your organs. Say, if it is, say, in your, for example, in the liver, this Bada may come in the center, and then it will start moving from your here to here as the Kundalini will do. Alright? But Bada doesn't have its arbitrary movement. As you move the Kundalini, the Bada moves. Bada means the hindrance. Alright? But a Bhut is arbitrary. It moves. It will be one moment here, it will be one moment there. It will move this side, it will move that side. It will go to the right heart, then it will come to the left heart. If it is arbitrary behavior, that means it is not controlled by your movement of your fingers. Through the Kundalini awakening, then you must know it is a Bhut. Alright? Now understand what I am saying by precisely this. That one thing is arbitrary, works on its own. And the another is in your control. You are taking it out yourself. Like you can say that if there's some lump in the body, it may start moving with the, say, bloodstream or something, some force acting upon it. But by itself it does not. But if there's a worm, living worm, it will move by itself. So the last question is, then how do you manage the Bada and the Bhut? How will you take out the Bhut of other people without getting yourself into it? Otherwise the person whose Bhut has to be taken out will put 3 Bhuts in you and 5 in the others. I've seen many a times. They'll come and tell me, Mummy, Mother, he's possessed, all right. And then I say, how do you take out? Kamala.
You can throw the boot into a candle. You can throw the boot into a candle.
What? Bandan? No.
No, but first of all, and then...
No, first. That's of course, we all the time do it. That's...
And then...
No, throw the boot into a candle.
Huh?
Throw it into a candle flame.
I mean, I'm saying the real one. Who's not even afraid of candles.
Lemon.
Huh?
Lemon. The mantra to Mukti
Huh?
No, Mukti Dayani. The Lord's Prayer.
There is no general thing about it. Alright? All answers are correct. But they are not complete. There are ways and methods according to different truths. तुम्ही झोपायला जाता? हा? बसल्या? बरं.
ऐकून राहिली ना तुमची खोल प्रश्न
बरं आहेत ना?
मुश्किल आहे जरा सोडावी यांना.
सोडवायचं. They are trying to solve the problems, so it's rather difficult. Now, first of all, you see a person who is possessed. I mean, you are sure he is possessed. So you do like this. You see. Take a form. You have to take a form because you have to fight it. You take an aggressive form.
Karate.
Huh?
Karate sounds like it.
What is it?
Tony's karate.
Karate, yeah. Something like that. So that, I mean, inside, you become higher than that person. Otherwise, if you go like after some time, so You go with a great force on that person. You put a bandhan and now sit down. Talk to him like this. You don't go and say, please sit down. Because the thing will come and sit in you. Just say, now sit down. All right. There you have to say things as if you are not compromising on this. No compromise. Then you ask the person various questions. After giving yourself a bandhan to that, to verify what sort of a bhoot it could be. That's the best. First of all, you ask that person, has he been to any guru? So now you know at least 16 of them. And you know how to take them out also. So you find out which bhoot he has been. If it is a guru, you just ask the person, does he still believe in that guru? If so, you have nothing to do with that person. You have no business. You said, I'm sorry, sir. Not sorry also. You say, please go away. If you say sorry, it will come inside. Any inviting word you should not use. That's all right. Finished. You get out from that. But in case he says, I'm possessed, I know I'm in trouble, I have got this thing and all that, then you tell that person that what is the name of your guru? What is the mantra you got? How many years have been? Like that, you ask the question. If he is truthful and if he tells you that, then you exactly know where the mantra is, what has happened to him, what mantra. If it is a guru, then it has to be in the void. If it is in the void, you tell him to say the mantra of Adi Guru. Or ask the question, Mother, are you the real? On the photograph, keep the photograph in front of your face like a mask, if possible. Don't allow yourself to be exposed, but give the photograph to the man. You say, now ask the question to this photograph. Now, if the person asks the question, the Kundalini will start coming here, doing gagal, he will also see the thing there. Then you should say that, after asking the question, now you say that you are true. If the person is possessed by Guru, then if you know the name of the Guru, then you know the mantra. When he is doing all these things, you go on saying Narakasura Mardini or Mahishasura Mardini or anything like that, whatever you have to do. Or Sarvasura Mardini. For Guru, with this thing, best thing is salt, vibrated salt. You give some vibrated salt with water to that person to drink. It's not easy to get rid of the Guru, so you tell him very firmly that he is one of the horrible ones we have ever known. So you have to work very hard to get rid of it. Give him salt, give him all that, let him do it. And do not hurry up. Tell him it is going to take time, it will be all right, and what troubles people had with this, and he'll have to work hard. This is one type of bhoots you will find. Then you find these are Guru bhoots, and which takes time, which are very difficult, and they can take you up, it can be very dangerous. But say somebody becomes blind with a bhoot. His eyes are open and he is blind. That's sure shot he is blind because of a bhoot. Two types of blindness are possible. Their left Swadhisthana will be catching, and you will think it is due to bhoot. But it can be also left Swadhisthana catching and becoming blind, could be with diabetes. Could be the combination of both. So you ask him if he has diabetes or not. If the person has no diabetes, then definitely it is the bhoot. Now what do you do to take out that kind of a bhoot?
Use a can.
Not only can you want to work. You take my hand. Photograph, only hand. You have photographs of my hand. And put a candle before that photograph. All these photographs that you have separately have meanings. Put the candle and behind that is the hand. And ask the person to see the light, if it can see the light. Gradually you'll be amazed, he will start seeing. This is to be used. You see, in Sahaja Yoga, one has to be also precise, just like the English book. If you are precise, it comes out. If you are not precise, then you try this, you try that, it will work out. But if you have a photograph of my hands, you should ask the person to see the photograph of the hand by seeing the light. Gradually the person will start seeing the hand. And then gradually the person will become aware. I have seen one person getting the eyes within 10 minutes time. But in that, if the left Svadhisthana is catching, if the person has no diabetes and eyes are open, then it is definitely a boot, nothing else. Even if some people might say she lost her eyes because of, this girl lost her eyes because there was a fire in the house. But she got frightened and the boot sat in here and she became blind. They connected both things. Actually, eyes cannot remain open if the eyes are burnt out. So if the eyes are open and absolutely normal to look at and the person cannot see, the light is out, that means there's a boot. So these things can be very easily done. Huh? Huh? Asa? Come on. Photograph like this and a light in front. It will improve your eyesight also. My hands will be used. Very good for the eyes. My hands are extremely good for your eyes. If you can see my hands with the light, very good for your eyes. Now, what are good my feet for? Huh? Feet photograph. What is it good for? No. Not. Very good for ego. And also superego. It's very good for people who suffer from ego or superego. Because such people are very gross. And the feet solve the problem. So just use my feet. If they see my face, the ego will start working. This face is like that, it should be like that, this, that, and all that. Super ego might give problems. Even supraconscious will give you problems. But feet, even if you are supraconscious, they'll correct your problems. Feet are not only very powerful, but they go up to the grossest point very well. Any type of person, say a drunkard, and all the bad things will talk to him. A criminal, or some sort of a man. If he just sees my feet, he'll be all right. Face won't work for you. Face is for the seekers. But for all such people who are absolutely in incorrigible times, feet is the best. Those who have extreme ego, those who have extreme superego. Extreme. Feet are very important. You also sometimes watch my feet. That's a very good way to exercise. Just watch my feet to get rid of your grossness. And just watch. Keep your eyes. How are you going to watch for yourself? But also with Sahasra, you can see. See. Yes. Just see.
Do you think if we used your feet in the photo in the newspaper
Huh?
advertising, we'd get more people?
Oh, it will be a better idea.
Should we try that?
But you see, try, very good idea. You see, on my books and all that they have tried. On so many things they have tried to put my feet. Hindus understand it.
Do you think they'd understand it?
Huh?
Do you think they'd understand it? You would?
What's it?
We don't have to say your name in the same thing.
Just put
Just
feet.
let it work through.
They might be.
We'll say it's for Sahaj Yoga. We won't say anything about whose feet they are.
Try. It's very good. They're tremendous. See all the lights reacting. See? Nice. और जरा गर्म पानी ले आओ और मेरे इसमें वो लाई हूँ मैं सूंघने का जरा डाल के सबको सूंघा दो तो निकल जाएगा हाँ सी now rub it up little rub it see you rub one Bala so let's see ला बेटा इधर लाओ क्या हाल है ठीक है अब इस पे पकड़ो एक मिनट लाइट पे ऐसे हाथ में पकड़ के ऐसे पकड़ो ये सब जला इसमें से काला काला दिखेगा एक एक को करो see bring on the feet yes just come bring it here I would like to give him there alright give him there so he can do it better निकल रहा है काला हाँ काफी सारा जाइए बैठिए जला दीजिए दोनों लीजिए see the face now give chance to others also my God come on you rub the second toe this is very good